Hey guys, it's Layla. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna share with you guys how to avoid single strand knots. I apologize for the clicking noise in advance. It's my bracelet hitting my watch. Just as the name suggests, a single strand knot is a knot that can be found on a single strand of your hair, and you can have multiple knots on that same single strand. Okay, so that's a single strand knot, and it is basically part and parcel of being natural, okay, of having naturally kinky curly hair that looks like mine, and hair that looks like the hair on your head. Okay, now I look crazy. You guys have to tell me if I look crazy. But that's basically what a single strand knot is. Exactly 1 month after I did my big chop, after having beautiful virgin ends, you know, ends that didn't know about the terrors of the night and the woes of the world. Exactly 1 month after having those beautiful children delivered to me, I had to cut my hair again because I had so many single strand knots, guys. I had so many all over my ends. I feel like every single strand on my head had multiple knots on it. Literally, my ends felt like gari. Like, literally, I felt like there was gari just dusted all over my hair. And it was horrible. It felt horrible. It made it a nightmare for me to detangle my hair, and it just looked horrible. And just the general health of my hair started to deteriorate because my ends were just jacked up. There are three main factors when it comes to single strand knots, and the first one is manipulation, the second thing is hydration, and the final thing is biological. I'm not sure if that's the right word to use. I kind of pondered over it and I can't think of a better word to use than biological, because your hair, or kinky curly hair, if you're in the fours, it is in the nature of our hair to, you know, to be social, to be loving, to want to love and hug on each other and dance together. So there's no way that you can eliminate single strand knots from your hair completely, but you can take steps to minimize it. Know your hair. Know your hair. It is an overarching tip, okay, because it's really essential that you completely understand and know your hair, and literally every other step that I'm about to go through will be so much easier to keep in mind when you're planning your regimen or taking care of your hair or looking at your hair care plan as a whole, in order to minimize having single strand knots. Trimming your ends. It's really essential that you keep your hair trimmed, guys. I know that most of us don't like to do it because, of course, we're trying to grow long, beautiful, luscious hair, but it is very vital that you keep your ends as healthy as possible, quote unquote, by trimming away any split ends that you do have. Moisture is such a huge part of getting single strand knots. Okay, that was really loud and annoying, but I'm just trying to drown or drum it into your heads, guys. It's really important to keep your hair moisturized, and more importantly, your ends. If your ends are dry, number one, they are splitting. Number two, they are like flaking off. Okay, you wash your hair and it's everywhere, you comb your hair and it's everywhere, you touch your hair and it's everywhere, you breathe and it's everywhere. It's really important to keep your hair moisturized, especially in colder months. Like right now, my hair's on my shoulders, it's rubbing against my blouse. Luckily for me, my blouse is like silk, okay? But my point is, you know, your hair is constantly rubbing against your clothes. In the cold months, it's rubbing against your coat. It's rubbing against your, you know, your wool scarves. It's really important that you maintain moisture, especially in your ends. And you guys will see me when I moisturize my hair, I focus on my ends, and you also see that I constantly smooth my ends. So I physically smooth my ends as I braid them, I smooth it as I wash it, I smooth it as I apply product. That physical motion allows me to stretch my hair out. So I stretch my ends out, which in turn helps to avoid the tangling, the dancing, you know, the partying that they like to do, and it helps me to reduce single strand knots. Keeping your ends stretched. Third tip, the kinkier your hair, the more you want to focus on stretching your ends out. And finally, my fourth tip for you guys, styling. Styling is a huge contributor to single strand knots, and I'm gonna start off by dispelling the notion that wash and goes actually create single strand knots. That is a half truth, because depending on your hair, wash and goes can create single strand knots for you. And if you know your hair and you understand your hair, then you can avoid stuff like that. Me personally, I can do wash and goes. However, I cannot wear a wash and go for like 2 weeks and expect my ends to be like, "Are we good, girl? We love you." No, it's not gonna work. For me, I'll wear my wash and goes for a maximum of 5 days. That's pushing it, but I know that I can get to day 5 without having any problems. Now, I also know that anything after that, I'm really, you know, pushing my hair, and I'm more likely to have single strand knots. And of course, protective styling is something that you can also do to reduce single strand knots. But once again, that's a part truth, because depending on what kind of protective styling you're doing, you can cause single strand knots, okay? For example, if you do braid outs and you do your braids really thin, and then you also braid all the way till the end, you're gonna cause your ends to be dry, they're gonna be brittle when you take the hair down, and they are more likely, once again, to, and you don't want that. So I hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you have any additional questions for me, please leave them below, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, mommy. Say hi, mommy. Gonna say hi to mommy. No? Okay, give Auntie a kiss then. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. Yes, baby. Kiss Auntie. Say bye. Let's say bye. Say see you later. Later. Yeah. Yeah.
So scared I'm the one.